As international sanctions tighten on countries like Russia, North Korea, and Iran, they're increasingly turning to cryptocurrencies as a tool to bypass restrictions and maintain their financial and strategic operations. Each regime employs unique approaches, leveraging the decentralized nature of digital currencies to mitigate economic isolation. Russia has openly embraced digital assets as part of its strategy to counteract Western sanctions. In 2024, President Putin signed legislation legalizing cryptocurrency mining and allowing its use in international trade. This shift provides Russian businesses with alternative payment options, especially when traditional financial systems are inaccessible. Putin himself acknowledged the resilience of cryptocurrencies, stating, quote, "Who can ban Bitcoin? Nobody," end quote. The legalization of crypto mining plays a pivotal role in Russia's response to sanctions. By converting energy into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, Russia effectively monetizes its natural resources, which it then in turn funds its war in Ukraine. Now, this approach has been particularly useful in dealings with countries like China, though some Chinese institutions remain cautious due to the fears of secondary sanctions coming out of the United States. Despite this, cryptocurrencies aren't just about legal transactions. Russia has also been linked to illicit activities involving digital assets. For example, cybercriminal networks with ties to Russia have used cryptocurrencies to launder funds. In late 2024, the U.S. Treasury Department sanctioned several entities involved in such operations. Next up, we have North Korea, who has long been isolated from global financial systems, and they have become a master at using cryptocurrencies to sustain their regime. The infamous Lazarus Group and other state-sponsored hacking teams are central to this strategy. In 2022 alone, North Korean hackers stole over $1.6 billion in digital assets, using the proceeds to fund nuclear and missile programs. To obscure these stolen funds, North Korea utilizes tools like Tornado Cash, which is a mixing service that anonymizes cryptocurrency transactions even further. Beyond hacking, North Korea has adopted other innovative methods to acquire digital currencies. The regime deploys IT workers abroad under false identities to secure freelance contracts. These workers can earn income in cryptocurrencies and funnel the funds back to Pyongyang, sidestepping the traditional banking systems entirely. Such activities highlight North Korea's adaptability, and by leveraging both advanced cyber tactics and creative labor schemes, the country circumvents sanctions while reinforcing its strategic capabilities. And then we have Iran. Like Russia, it has turned to cryptocurrency mining as a way to counteract sanctions. With abundant and relatively cheap energy sources, Iran has established large-scale Bitcoin mining operations. This allows the country to convert energy into digital assets that can be used for international trade, effectively turning its natural resources into an economic lifeline. The Iranian government has also moved to regulate cryptocurrencies, recognizing their potential to bolster trade and provide economic opportunities. However, Iran's use of cryptocurrencies isn't limited to legal operations. The regime has built intricate networks of shell companies and intermediaries to facilitate illicit transactions, using digital currencies to access global markets despite the sanctions that have been placed upon them. Now, this dual approach, leveraging both legal and covert means, illustrates Iran's commitment to integrating digital currencies into its economic and geopolitical strategies. The actions of these regimes underscore a broader challenge: the difficulty of regulating a decentralized and borderless financial system. Cryptocurrencies provide a level of anonymity and global accessibility that makes them attractive for evading sanctions and conducting illegal activity. And all of this complicates enforcement efforts by the international community. Countries like the United States have taken steps to counter these threats. The U.S. Treasury Department has imposed sanctions on entities and individuals involved in illicit cryptocurrency transactions for Russia, North Korea, and Iran. However, the evolving sophistication of privacy-enhancing technologies and the sheer scale of the crypto market makes it hard to keep up with the pace of changes. What unites these three countries outside of their universal awfulness is their resourcefulness in leveraging digital currencies to counteract economic and geopolitical pressure. Whether through hacking, mining, or sophisticated financial networks, Russia, North Korea, and Iran have demonstrated that cryptocurrencies are not just tools for innovation, they're also powerful instruments for navigating an increasingly restrictive global financial landscape. Moving forward, addressing these issues will require coordinated international efforts, robust regulatory frameworks, and advanced tracking technologies that are actually in development to combat illicit uses of digital assets. Otherwise, these regimes will continue to exploit this digital loophole, undermining the effectiveness of global sanctions and funding their illegal and sometimes deadly activities.